Hello guys, here with a new video for the channel. I hope you like it, and if you like it, don't forget to leave your powerful like Supreme God level, comment, and subscribe. Now without further ado, get comfortable. Let's begin. All this history would begin in the final battle of the Tournament of Power, where the last two warriors would be giving a great battle. They were the Saiyan Son Goku from Universe 7, and the mortal who exceeded all his limits, Jiren. They were giving a battle very close. However, when Son Goku was about to take Jiren off the platform, he collapsed and fell to the ground, leaving Jiren surprised. All this would remain the same until the end of the tournament, where before making the wish to the great god dragon Zarma, the great Daishinkan priest of a powerful and accurate attack will leave the great Zeno-Sama on the verge of death, where his guardians only observed what happened. All the others would be shocked to witness the betrayal of the great Daishinkan before Zeno-Sama. At that moment, the Daishinkan was going to kill everyone. However, the Zeno-Sama of the future launched himself to attack him, but Daishinkan would exterminate him with a great attack.
I've been training for this moment. I won't let you ruin my plans, you damn dwarf.
Daishinkan was about to exterminate everyone present. However, the present Zeno-Sama would stand up very injured, and with his last reserves of power, he would rise into the air to say the following.
You won't get away with this. You will soon pay for all this.
In his mind, he would tell Goku and Vegeta,
you are the salvation of this universe, so this will happen again. I'll use a forbidden technique that will allow me to turn back time. You'll keep your powers, and with the passage of time, you will even be able to overcome my power.
Zeno-Sama would launch an attack towards Goku and Vegeta, disappearing instantly, while the Guardian Angels would be very amazed, wanting to help Zeno-Sama.
Don't move! Absolute paralysis!
Daishinkan approaches Zeno-Sama with a cold look.
Great Zeno-Sama, your aim is failing. Instead of erasing me, you erased your only friend in the Saiyan Vegeta. You should never have ruled this universe. You are practically a child.
Daishinkan would turn his back on Zeno, whereupon Zeno-Sama would quickly stand up.
Total override!
Upon hearing those words, Daishinkan wanted to stop him, but it was too late. The High Priest would have trusted himself. Total cancellation. It's a technique that allows you to cancel everything created and return the years that the bearer wishes. Everything was a restart in the multiverse. Everyone present would forget that event except for the Dragon Priest, who was furious, realizing that he was in the king's palace from 25 years ago. However, he began to smile.
But if the useless Zeno-Sama sacrificed himself, that means that in this age, there shouldn't be a king of everything. Thanks, dwarf. You've made things much easier.
However, without Daishinkan expecting it, someone would have released a great power. Daishinkan noticed the great attack, and at that last moment, he was able to dodge it.
Who the hell are you? Don't you know who I am?
Daishinkan would watch the Guardians.
No one can enter the Palace of Everything except a high-powered divine being.
But what happens to you, great Daishinkan priest? Did you hit your head or something? She is...
At that time, a girl would say, "You two shut up. For me, it's better that you don't remember who I am, so you won't hold back." Daishinkan, without understanding anything, would raise a part of his power by throwing a strong blow, which the girl would stop with one hand. Daishinkan would be astonished since he would have used 60% in his blow. He began to raise all his power in an incredible way, and with her power, she would give him a great blow. And there was no change. That's right, the girl stopped him with one hand, just the same. Daishinkan, without giving up, would deliver a shrapnel of blows, which the girl dodged with no difficulty. Daishinkan was able to land one of her blows that would send her crashing into the palace. The Guardians were shocked.
Great Nemesis-sama.
This one would come out with a big smile.
That blow has caused me a little damage.
Queen of Everything, are you all right?
Daishoken, upon hearing what the guards said, would be shocked. He approached and apologized. How boring. The fun is over. Good priest, clean up all the mess. Daishoken would obey, and he would say to himself,
Zeno-Sama was so powerful as to go back in time, and at that same time create a true queen of everything. Hopefully these guardians are easy to dominate so they can betray her.
Meanwhile, on a faraway planet, to be more exact on the planet Vegeta, two Saiyans would have been born with surprising power. Surpassing most of the elite warriors on the planet, their parents, King Vegeta and Bardock, would be proud of them. These two Saiyans would say, "What happened? Where do we meet?
Why do our bodies feel so small?"
Sometime later, the two Saiyans would come out of the incubator machines. Going home, one to their home, the Saiyan Kakarot, with only 1 year of birth, was able to fly just like the Saiyan Vegeta. They knew that they had sealed their power and had to wake him up a little by little and take revenge on Daishoken. However, 4 years would have passed where Daishoken went to the planet of Beerus.
God of destruction of the universe 7, Beerus.
What a surprise, Father, that you are in this place. What is offered to you?
I have to talk to the god Beerus.
Oh, I see, of course. Let me wake him up because he's taking a nap.
Whis would wake up Beerus, who would get up very upset.
Who bothers the god of destruction?
However, at that moment he observed Daishoken begin to tremble.
I'm so sorry. Great Daishoken-sama, tell me, how can I help you? You have a mission, Beerus. Destroy the planet Vegeta of the Saiyans.
Of course, High Priest. Whatever you order.
Beerus would order the Emperor of Evil Frieza to annihilate the entire Saiyan race.
Of course, great Beerus-sama. Whatever you say.
Meanwhile, on the planet Vegeta, Goku and Vegeta would have noticed that they were gathering all the Saiyans, and they would know what Frieza was up to. Meanwhile, in the atmosphere of the planet, Bardock was fighting against Frieza's army. Frieza, observing how all his warriors fell, he left his ship creating a great supernova, while Bardock would create a spiritual cannon, but it would not be enough. Meanwhile, Goku, who was with Vegeta, observing and feeling the attack, teleported in front of him. Bardock disappearing the attack in one blow, everyone would be surprised, since a child's son would disappear the great attack of the great Frieza. With a simple blow, Goku would take a step forward.
I will not allow you to destroy this Frieza planet.
Goku and Vegeta would go Super Saiyan, causing all the trackers to explode, causing everyone to tremble.
I'll take care of him, Kakarot.
Knowing that Goku's power was no match for Vegeta's, Goku would de-transform.
Go to your last form, damn insect, if you don't want me to kill you in one hit.
Frieza, frightened, would go into his last form, launching himself into the attack. The collision of both was overwhelming. That's right, the clash of their fists made the entire planet of Vegeta tremble. After a few moments in which Vegeta was controlling the entire battle, Frieza, he would have realized that he was not even with his last form was a match for the Vegeta Prince.
In a few years, we'll need you. Meanwhile, in that flower park that you hate so much.
Vegeta would charge a great final blow, throwing it at Frieza, eliminating him, leaving no trace of it at all. All the Saiyans would praise Goku and Vegeta, telling them that they were the Super Saiyans of the legend. Goku would help his father, taking him to a recovery capsule. They would continue training. However, in the Palace of Everything, Daishoken, it would be said,
Damn, how can I make that pair of guards betray that dam? I can see how they are much more afraid and respectful of her than Zeno-Sama's dwarf.
Daishoken would also realize that the Queen Nemesis-sama controlled her power 100% of her, and not only depended on the erase ability, but that she had a strength that surpassed any warrior in any universe.
That stupid queen controls all her power, so it'll be much more difficult for me, because if I attack her, she'll exterminate me in the blink of an eye.
Daishoken would put on a cold look.
Zeno-Sama, you have won a battle but not the war. You have created an authentic queen of everything.
Meanwhile, on the planet Vegeta, everyone was still amazed by the power that both Saiyans showed when they were just children. Time later, the Saiyan Bardock would have recovered from all his injuries and was training. At that moment, Goku would approach.
Father, could you train with me, please? I want to become much more powerful.
Of course not, Kakarot. You're still a child. I could kill you with one blow.
Bardock wouldn't know everything that had happened since he had been knocked unconscious when Frieza fired a supernova at him. However, after insisting so much, Goku managed to convince Bardock, who would agree to train with him.
Okay, then let's have a friendly father and son fight.
Goku began to raise his power a bit, leaving his father surprised. Kakarot, I've always wondered how you got so much power. The fight would begin. Goku was obviously holding back too much, giving him a few blows that would only hurt him a little. 14 years would have passed since the Tournament of Power. They already dominated the Super Saiyan Blue and also 25% of the egotistical doctrine when Goku turned 15. He spoke to his father, telling him everything he had lived, telling him that the moment of the Battle of Tournament of Power until the High Priest betrayed them. Bardock would then be surprised by everything said by Kakarot.
Is my son a god? I can't believe it.
That's right, father.
Vegeta and I are on par with the gods of destruction, and we could be considered Saiyan gods.
After a few more months, both warriors would have already reached their maximum power as mortals, but nevertheless, Zeno-Sama left his power to them, being able to rise from the lowest mortal ground to the highest divine ground, surpassing gods, angels, and kings. However, they were still trained. Meanwhile, in the Palace of Everything, the Queen Nemesis was very bored, so she decided to take a walk through all the universes and doing a review at all. When Nemesis was Universe 7, she felt two extremely powerful keys, which surprised his gods and his angels. Flashback, Goku and Vegeta had teleported to an inhospitable planet so as not to cause damage to the rest of the universe. They had created a barrier so that they could not feel their powers, but the Nemesis was much more powerful and had greater perception to feel the key. This one could feel them. And a flashback. Nemesis would teleport to said planet where she would observe two warriors with silver hair and opposing gray eyes that showed authority. Both Saiyans noticing her would stop their training.
Who are you? Can we help you with something?
Who are you, damn insect? Can't you see we're training? We could finish you off with one of our attacks.
Observing that these subjects did not know who she was and spoke to her normally, Nemesis would become interested in them, to which, without giving notice to anyone, she would launch herself at the speed of light, which even Vegeta with perfect Ultra Instinct was not able to dodge an accurate blow that would have given him. Nemesis would have given the Prince of the Saiyans a powerful blow, which would send him flying a few meters. Goku would be surprised by the power of that blow, while the Queen of Everything Nemesis would think that she had killed that warrior because a normal god would have died. I finished with your friend. Now it's your turn. At that moment, Goku would be on guard.
Don't think we're so easy to beat. That attack hasn't managed to exterminate Vegeta.
Vegeta would come out of the rubble at maximum speed, and with surprising power, he would launch himself into the attack. Throwing a blow at him, the Nemesis Queen managed to stop that blow. However, she was surprised. This, she would say to herself, these guys are not normal. With the blow I gave him, I didn't want to kill him, I just knocked him out. But not this guy. Any god, angel, or even my guardians would have been knocked out, but not this warrior. Observing how that woman had stopped his blow with one hand, Vegeta would be surprised. Seeing how in his most powerful form he could stop his attack, Queen Nemesis would raise his power a little by giving him a blow that would leave him unconscious. But the power that he had used, it was absurdly surprising that even she was surprised. Goku, realizing this, would raise all his power to full power Ultra Instinct.
Get ready. I can see that you have great power, so I won't trust myself.
Goku would launch the attack, giving him a bit more of a fight than he vegetates. Nemesis would realize that this warrior was much more powerful than the one he just defeated. Goku, using all his power, however, was not able to give him an accurate blow. Since it hit and dodged, his Ultra Instinct was on another level, being able to even neutralize key collisions.
I don't know who you are, but you are much more powerful than me. But I don't understand why you don't attack me if you wanted to. You would.
You're very strange, but if it is what you want, I hope you support it. Nemesis would teleport in front of Goku, and at this maximum speed gave him a strong blow. He thought he had won. However, at the bottom of the crater, he watches as said warrior stood up once more. Nemesis, seeing the resistance, would ask about this. "What is your name? I'd like to know the names of subjects of great power."
"My name's Goku, but I'm known as Kakarot."
"You have been the most powerful rival I've faced, but you lack power."
"This is not my full power."
Nemesis would be surprised by what the Saiyan said. "This can't be true. How is it possible that a mortal has more power than a god, or even more power than my guardians?" At that precise moment, Goku began to raise his power in a surprising way, and raising it rapidly, making everything around him tremble. Nemesis would be shocked to feel how this Saiyan managed to overcome the power of his guardians, destroying a bit of the planet where they were.
Kaioken increased 100 times!
At that moment, everything began to shake. Nemesis was only able to see a red flash, and a second later, she was thrown into a mountain with brutal force. Goku would continue with his attack. However, from one moment to the next, Nemesis stopped one of his blows, or the smile would tell him, "It was a good warm-up. You are the second being that makes me use 25% of all my power." Goku was surprised, since he could not believe that said woman is only using 25% of her power.
"Who the hell are you? How do you have such amazing power?"
Nemesis increased his power to 30%. With one accurate blow, he would be knocked out. "You better not know where my power comes from." Nemesis threw a sphere of ki at Goku and Vegeta, going to the Palace of Everything. Said sphere would enter the body of the Saiyans, curing them of all their injuries. After a few hours, both would realize they were alone. However, Vegeta would be furious knowing that a woman would have humiliated him like that and defeating him with a single blow.
"Vegeta, that woman must be a super goddess of destruction, since she uses the Kaioken increased 100 times, and that this, she said, only used 25% of her power."
Vegeta would be surprised. However, a voice would resound in the heads of both Saiyans.
"You are Goku and Vegeta. You've been reborn with the help of Zeno-Sama, since you are the hope of this multiverse."
Goku and Vegeta would be confused and a little surprised by what was said.
"I'm the creator of the Super Dragon Spheres, the god Zarma, and I've come to offer you strong training since I can observe in one of my premonitions how this entire multiverse falls into annihilation, and even the queen of all Nemesis is no match for those warriors."
Goku and Vegeta, realizing that the situation was life or death, and knowing they would become much stronger, they would accept. Meanwhile, in the Kingdom of Everything, Nemesis would have returned. The great priest, together with his guardians, would have realized that he had a great battle. When observing his destroyed clothes, Daishinkan would be shocked to learn that somewhere in the 12 universes there was such a powerful warrior, capable of hurting Nemesis a little. So Daishinkan would be thoughtful.
"If a warrior was able to leave her Nemesis like that, I can't imagine what he would do to me. He would pulverize me, since using all my power, I wasn't able to even scratch him."
Daishinkan would begin with an arduous training in a special room. On the other hand, in a dimension far removed from the 12 universes, to be more exact, in the world of the immortal gods, there were Goku and Vegeta. However, they did not know anything. They only felt the power of beings of overwhelming ki. At that moment, a subject appeared with an appearance very similar to Piccolo.
"I am God Zarma, the one in charge of training you. The great Zeno-Sama gave his powers and his life so that you could be saved."
Goku and Vegeta, realizing this subject knew everything that had happened, agreed to go with him. Zarma would tell them everything that had happened in that multiverse on the way.
"You guys just fought the new queen of everything, Nemesis."
Goku and Vegeta would be shocked to learn that they had fought the queen of everything.
"We have arrived. Now, without beginning the strongest training you've ever had, so get ready, since in this room the kings train at all."
Goku and Vegeta entered said room, but the moment they did, a strong gravity would crush them.
"I thought they were stronger. Zeno-Sama gave his life for insects like you."
At that moment, a subject would come out.
"Long time no see, Kakarot and Prince Vegeta."
Goku and Vegeta couldn't tell who he was since this guy had a mask.
"I see you have grown quite a lot, Vegeta.
the Saiyan prince would recognize that voice.
Father, what are you doing here? Weren't you on the Vegeta planet?
Zama would get into the conversation. Your father is indeed on the planet Vegeta, but this Vegeta King is a dimensional warrior. But there was a failure in this time after the death of Zeno-Sama. Some powerful warriors have returned.
Among them two are the most dangerous and are the evil counterparts. One is Dark Vegeta, who in his timeline murdered all the gods, but was sealed by Zeno-Sama, while evil Goku was in his timeline, did the same. Both met in said dimensions and became death companions, becoming stronger and stronger.
Zeno-Sama doesn't erase things, he just seals them in dimensional portal, and if Zeno-Sama from any timeline dies, everything that was once sealed will return, and no one can prevent that. So those two guys are loose from the multiverse. To my knowledge, not even Nemesis can stop them.
That's right. That's why we train to be rivals for that guy.
Goku and Vegeta, upon hearing that the new villains were themselves, were surprised.
If it's to protect the 12 universes that Zeno-Sama commissioned us, we'll do it.
If the Kakarot insect thinks it'll come back stronger, I won't be left behind.
At that time, all the warriors would begin training in said room. Meanwhile, outside that place, in Universe 7, King Cold would have arrived in search of revenge. Flashback, one of Frieza's soldiers was able to survive, and he communicated with King Cold, informing him that some Saiyans that changed their hair color defeated Frieza. King Cold would arrive at planet Vegeta, destroying everything in his path. At that moment, King Vegeta and Bardock would face King Cold.
Who were the bastards that killed my son? He was the Prince of the Saiyans, my son.
Furious King Cold would launch the attack, to which both Saiyans would begin to have a great battle against. King Cold would launch the attack, to which both Saiyans would begin to have a great battle against King Cold. After a couple of moments, the three subjects were injured.
This is not all my power. That's right, I can transform too.
King Cold would go into his last form using 50% of all his power, beating both warriors, leaving them very badly injured. However, from one moment to another that both got rid of their attacks, they transformed into Super Saiyan. Since their children had told them how to do it, the three warriors started again with a great fight, where the Saiyans would be putting King Cold in trouble. That's right, King Cold would use all his power beginning on par again.
The Saiyan race is the most powerful in the entire universe. Receive this spiritual cannon!
King Vegeta would not be left behind, also carrying a powerful attack in the palm of his hands. At that moment, King Cold would try to stop that great attack, but it was impossible. This was reduced to atoms. The two Saiyans would fall very injured to the ground and de-transformed. Both were reaching in recovery capsules. Meanwhile, in the palace of the Queen of Everything was the Queen Nemesis, thinking about the Saiyan's son Goku that made him use 25% of all his power. She wondered, could it be that the warrior has become much more powerful than the last time? She would decide to go look for him to ask him for another fight. Since she had so much fun, she left the king's palace completely going to look for him. However, Daishinkan found himself in a room to be able to exceed his limits and be able to kill the Queen of Everything, Nemesis. On the other hand, the Queen of Everything had arrived on the planet Vegeta. Do two Saiyans with silver hair like their eyes live on this planet? The only ones who knew about this power were King Vegeta and Bardock, since his sons had told them everything that had happened. They knew that this girl was looking for them.
Why are you looking for those Saiyans?
You look like them. Are you their parents? Both Saiyans would affirm what the Queen said completely. Now, tell me, where are both Saiyans? Both Saiyans would refuse to answer. The Queen of Everything, Nemesis, would start to rage. If you don't tell me where the Saiyans are, I swear I will kill them and destroy this entire universe. Nemesis would be expelling a great power because the Saiyans refused to tell them where the Saiyans were. Meanwhile, on the planet of the destroyer god Beerus, Whis would have awakened Beerus from his deep sleep.
Whis, if you woke me up for some stupid thing, I will destroy at least a solar system.
Sir Beerus, the Queen of Everything, Nemesis-sama, is in our universe, to be more exact, is in the planet Vegeta of the Saiyans.
Beerus would be shocked.
What did you just say, Whis? Is the Queen of Everything found in our humble universe? Let's go right away in case those damn monkeys make her angry and destroy this whole universe.
Beerus and Whis would leave at full speed to the planet of the Saiyans. However, when they arrived, they only observed how everything was being destroyed little by little, where the King Vegeta and Bardock observed Beerus. He was glad.
Sir Beerus, please help us.
Upon hearing that name, Nemesis would turn to see him. At that moment, Beerus would bow, and the Vegeta King, together with Bardock, would be surprised to see how the destroyer god of this universe had so much respect for that girl. They were terrified to hear that Beerus would say,
"It gives me an honor to have her in our humble universe, queen of everything Nemesis-sama."
Everyone would still tremble at what this one would have said.
"Destroyer god Beerus, I'm looking for 2 Saiyans that made me use 25% of all my power."
Beerus and Whis, upon hearing this, would be shocked, since they couldn't believe how some Saiyans made the queen use so much power.
"I don't think that's possible. Don't you believe my word?"
At that moment, Beerus would be speechless with terror.
"It is very difficult to believe that a mortal surpasses the power of a god of destruction, much less that mortals have surpassed the powers of an angel and being on par with 25% of all their power. If those Saiyans do not arrive in 24 hours, I'll destroy this entire universe, including you, Beerus."
Everyone started looking for both Saiyans.
"What do I do now, Whis? I don't think I'll find anyone who makes Nemesis-sama use 25% of her full power."
After 24 hours, where Nemesis would return to the planet Vegeta, and when he observed that the Saiyans were not there, he would have become enraged.
"I gave them 24 hours to find them, so now I have no other option but to exterminate them."
Beerus and everyone would ask for mercy for their life. However, the Queen of Everything, Nemesis, would charge a large sphere of ki with the ability to erase. Just as about that large attack was about to hit, all 2 silhouettes would appear in front of that attack, disintegrating it. Nemesis would not understand what had happened. Without giving it much importance, it would reload and attack with much more power, to which the same thing would happen, and a voice would be heard.
"So you want to destroy my planet, Nemesis? Then I won't let you!"
Flashback, Goku and Vegeta would continue training. At that moment, a signal would reach Zarma, stopping the training. Something bad happens in Universe 7. The Queen of Everything, Nemesis, is on the planet Vegeta and wants to fight, and is about to destroy the planet. Goku, feeling the power of that attack, will teleport next to Vegeta, appearing in front of that great attack. Everyone was surprised at how she had stopped that attack. Even Beerus and Whis couldn't move due to the pressure of their ki. Goku would return to see Nemesis with a Nemesis look that would make her shudder a bit, and would say, "What is this feeling? My body says I'm in danger." However, this, without following much of her instincts, would raise her power a bit. "I am the Queen of Everything, and I can delete what I want."
"You can erase planets and universes, but let's see if you can erase a person."
At that moment, Goku would go on the attack at a flashing speed. Compared to the first time, this time the Nemesis Queen could not see anything. She only felt a powerful blow that would send her to the ground. Beerus and Whis were amazed at just being able to observe as the Queen of Everything would fall from a strong blow to the floor. What the hell? I was not able to see anything. Nemesis would raise her power to 25% again and would attack the Saiyan. However, she would realize that she was being mocked, since the Saiyan only dodged and blocked the same blows without any difficulty. Nemesis, realizing this, would raise her power to 50%, giving him a big blow to the face. The Saiyan would return with it and a smile.
"That punch only tickled me."
Goku would launch a powerful kick that not even with 50% of her would be able to stop. She would fall at the feet of Beerus and Whis. They would try to help her. Annoying Nemesis would increase her power to 90%, making everything shake around her. "I did not expect you to become so powerful in this short time, but now I will show you a power that you will never be able to reach."
"Are you sure, Nemesis? I'm only using 45% of all my power."
Everyone present would be in shock. Furious Nemesis would go on the attack. However, there was nothing to do. The Saiyan Son Goku had surpassed her by a lot. And on the other hand, in a very distant place, there were 2 Saiyans destroying planets and becoming more powerful. One of them would stop and observe the infinite universe.
"We've been hiding for a long time. It's time for the gods of this world to fall. I can feel an immense power millions of kilometers from here. Calm down, Kakarot. We must know the power of all.
At that moment, they felt the clash of fists that destroyed everything, and they could get to where they were. Returning to the battlefield, the queen of all Nemesis was very injured. Furious, Nemesis, with the intention of killing, she would launch an attack with her erase ability. Goku would respond with a similar attack. This is impossible! I'm the only one with the ability to erase! Goku, at the moment of being able to explain everything, Daishinkan would arrive.
So you dirty mortals were reborn. You don't know what awaits you. I will make you suffer until I ask you to kill you.
Whis would have already cured the Queen of Everything Nemesis. What the hell is going on here? What is this all about?
You are nothing more than a simple copy of Zeno-Sama. You're not the true Queen of Everything. Only I deserve the title of King.
Furious, Nemesis would attack, where Daishinkan would parry his blow with one hand.
Now you are not a match for me.
Daishinkan, with a strong blow, would leave her lying on the floor. Goku was preparing to attack. However, the Saiyan Prince would go ahead of him, going to Perfect Ultra Instinct, throwing a big blow at Daishinkan, who was not able to observe said attack.
I see you're much more powerful than that stupid queen.
Daishinkan would raise all his power, making the entire multiverse tremble. The power that he realized was absurdly incredible, and at that moment, two lightning bolts began to clash their fists. Said battle would define the future of the entire multiverse. It could not be observed who would be the winner since both warriors were equal. Meanwhile, Goku would be with the Nemesis Queen, giving her a little bit of his power so that she can recover. At that moment, she opened her eyes. She would blush when she observed how the Saiyan had her in his arms. Meanwhile, Daishinkan would have taken the lead in the battle, giving Vegeta a few good blows that would fall badly injured. Goku observing this.
I see you've been training, but even so, you can't beat me. I'll exterminate you!
Goku would release immense power. Goku would go full power Ultra Instinct. Goku would launch into the first attack, beating the High Priest. That would have been fighting for a few hours. At one point in the battle, both would walk away.
You have raised your powers a lot, but I'm only using 65% of all my power.
Daishinkan would raise all the power of him, making everything around him tremble, and a few planets would be destroyed, making everything around him shake.
Well, I'm not using all my power either.
Goku begins to raise his power quickly, and his hair would grow to his waist. His appearance was imposing. All the universes would shake when feeling such power. The Queen of Everything Nemesis is surprised. So that is the true power of Son Goku. Whis and Beerus would be scared and could not move. Goku, at the end of his transformation, would have reached the powerful Ultra Instinct Phase 3. Everyone present could not believe such power. Whis and Beerus could not feel the power of Son Goku, but his terrible pressure, Goku would give Daishinkan a shrapnel of blows that would leave him lying on the ground, and he would charge a powerful Kamehameha that would make him ashes. Leaving no dust from the Great Priest, Whis would cure everyone, knowing that his father wanted to exterminate them and rule all the universes, while Goku and Vegeta would tell everything that happened to Beerus. Whis and the Queen of Everything Nemesis, everyone was surprised by what those Saiyans. I understand why I was taken from my original palace. Everyone wouldn't understand what she would say. I'm not from this multiverse. I don't remember what multiverse I'm from. At that moment, a voice would rumble through the place.
They are Goku and Vegeta. They must be attentive since soon their evil parts will arrive. King Vegeta is about to help them, but they must survive.
Goku and Vegeta told him that the god Zama had told them about the death of a king of everything, and that two evil parts of themselves returned to them. From one moment to the next, a sinister power would appear, and two red eyes would they soon come to see.
So you are our good parts.
Everyone would be watching the two new enemies.
What do you want here? And what do you want? The only thing we want is to become the more powerful and exterminate all living beings in all 12 universes. We won't let you, damn insects!
Both Saiyans would go full power Ultra Instincts, however their counterparts would laugh.
What a power so low that your damn worms, they won't even serve to warm up!
Goku would launch himself against Dark Vegeta, while Vegeta against Dark Goku. Everyone would be having a close battle, where both Saiyans would go Super Saiyan Rose, balancing the battle much more by giving themselves some good blows. The Queen of Everything wanted to do something, but no idea had enough power to do it. Whis and Beerus could not even move. At that moment, Dark Vegeta, observing this, would launch a very powerful sphere of energy. Goku would try to teleport to stop it, however Dark Vegeta will not allow it. At that moment, the Queen would completely face that great attack using the erase power that was greater than hers. The attack would hit her squarely, causing a great explosion. Furious, Goku managed to raise his power much more, giving Vegeta a great blow that almost knocked him out. Going to help Nemesis, Goku would take her with Whis and create a field of energy for it to move.
Leave this place. Go to the Kingdom of Everything and put barriers so that no one can enter.
Whis would obey and they would leave. Goku and Vegeta would be in trouble, where their counterparts would charge a final glow and a Kamehameha. Goku and Vegeta would try to counter them with the same technique, but the power of their enemies far exceeded them. The attack was about to collide with Goku and Vegeta. Both Saiyans launched their maximum attacks at him, where Goku and Vegeta could no longer do anything to return them. The attack would collide with Goku and Vegeta, leaving them very injured and on the brink of death. Dark Goku and Dark Vegeta charged their attacks again to eliminate them in one go, once and for all. However, a subject would save them just before dying. Returning to the Kingdom of Everything, Nemesis Queen would be furious at not being able to do anything against those subjects. Beerus would be unable to move, knowing that they existed two warriors that not even the Queen herself was fully capable of defeating. The Queen Nemesis would be talking to Whis about everything that happened, where Nemesis would decide to train to overcome her powers since she was a prodigy, and her ability to increase in power was unreal. Returning with Goku and Vegeta, they would be very badly injured until a subject would heal them, and after a while they would wake up and observe a strange subject.
What has happened? Where do we meet? What happened to those bastards? Why did you save us? Who are you?
I'm the King of Everything of the Multiverse 5 Savitar. I have observed everything that happened with those two subjects, and I also observe great potential in you, and also the power of a king of everything.
Goku would begin to explain how he had the power of a king until the part where they fought with their evil counterparts. Savitar would understand everything that happened.
I will train you.
Goku and Vegeta were excited where they began with the training. With the King of Everything Savitar, meanwhile in the Kingdom of Everything, there were some celestial barriers that did not allow any subject with a bad intention to enter, so they would be at accept. However, Dark Goku and Vegeta were wreaking havoc throughout the universes, killing every destroyer god and their guardian angel.
Curse Vegeta, there is no powerful subject that can make me have fun.
Calm down, Kakarot. Remember that the Queen of Everything and the deities of Universe 7 were able to flee. At that moment, they must become much more powerful.
Both Saiyans would go to the Kingdom of Everything, where when they wanted to enter, it was impossible for them.
They cannot be there forever. Some point they must leave, and at that moment, it'll be their death.
Both Saiyans would leave the kingdom completely. Whis and Beerus would be scared. Meanwhile, in a very different dimension, the Queen of Everything Nemesis would be having a rigorous training to be able to increase her powers and be useful in this multiversal battle that is about to begin. Meanwhile, with Goku and Vegeta, these also having the most difficult training they had to with the King of Everything Savitar. And after a few days training, Savitar would approach and seriously tell them,
"Now I want you to raise your power to the maximum."
Both Saiyans would raise their power to the maximum. Both Saiyans got a transformation called the Super Saiyan Silver. Their power exceeded by dozens of times the power of the Ultra Instinct dominated. They began to train and transformation so that it did not have so much energy wear. Returning with Dark Goku and Dark Vegeta, they would find themselves furious, returning to the Kingdom of Everything and raising a large part of their power, reaching Super Saiyan Rose Phase 3. Those with their most powerful techniques would tear said barriers to pieces and begin to massacre those that are in that place. However, from one moment to the next, they felt an immense power, and it was nothing more than the Queen of Everything who had finished her training. This would raise her power to the maximum.
I'll pay them back for the humiliation they put me through.
And just a few seconds later, she had given Dark Vegeta countless blows, leaving him on the ground spitting blood and very badly injured. Dark Goku, observing and feeling such monstrous power, he would raise his power to the maximum, giving himself a great battle. However, it was not enough before the Furious Queen, who wanted to destroy everything. Nemesis would charge a great attack with the ability to erase. However, seconds before the attack hits both Saiyans, they would have emerged, bringing Dark Vegito being able to stop such a monstrous attack with a bit of difficulty. Dark Vegeta would stare at her.
You should call yourself a queen of everything, since you don't compare yourself to the power of the kings of our world. We didn't think we would have to merge to defeat you.
In a few milliseconds, Dark Vegeta would give her a powerful blow that would knock her to the ground, making her spit blood. Nemesis would not stay like that and would launch herself into attack again, being in vain. Dark Vegeta's power had surpassed her by far, returning with the King of Everything Savitar and the Saiyans. They already had managed to master their new transformation.
They have achieved great power, but even so, they should not underestimate their enemies, since when he was about to die, he merged, and now not even the Nemesis himself is a match for that subject. I would teleport them to that place. Good luck.
Goku and Vegeta would arrive at the battlefield, watching Beerus and Whis on the verge of death, while Nemesis was very injured but kept fighting.
You will not defeat me! I'm the queen of everything in this multiverse!
Goku would give some of his powers to the deities of Universe 7 for them to recover. However, when he was about to go help Nemesis, she would fall to the ground on the brink of death, where Whis would go to rescue her. Goku and Vegeta would return to see Dark Vegeta with a cold look.
Are they angry? I don't know how they managed to survive, but the result will be the same.
If we really wanted to win, we have no choice but to bring Gogeta.
Vegeta, with real anger, would accept, knowing that separately they would not be rivals for the warrior Dark Vegito, realizing that they were going to try stop them. However, in front of them, they would put Whis and Beerus and Nemesis to give them time what they needed.
We won't be able to stop him for that long, so hurry up!
Goku and Vegeta would do fusion steps, and a light would illuminate the entire multiverse, making it also shudder. That's right, Gogeta had appeared on the battlefield, becoming Super Saiyan Blue, where Gogeta at super speed gave him a great blow to Dark Vegito that would take him away from all of them. Thanks for the time you've given me. Now don't worry, I'll take care of the rest. Gogeta and Dark Vegito began with a great battle. In the sky, only lightning would be witnessed, and how the dimensions cracked due to the power of these two.
It's incredible! I'm a queen of everything, but even so, I can't see anything at all.
From one moment to the next, both warriors would walk away, and with serious look, they would observe each other.
It's time to fight seriously. I'm bored of you.
I'm saying the same. The warm-up is over. Hope you're ready. Dark Vegito would go to Super Saiyan Rose Phase 3, where Vegeta would go full power Ultra Instinct. Both would be giving a great battle. However, one had the advantage was Dark Vegito, staring to give him some good blows.
They have been the most powerful rival I've faced, but they're not capable of defeating me.
This would launch a final Kamehameha. Said power made everything around him tremble. Gogeta, upon feeling such a monstrous power, would pass to the Super Saiyan Silver and making the attack disappear with a simple shout. But Vegeta would be surprised. I didn't want to use this transformation, but the dark part of me has come to an end. You have ended the life of this entire multiverse. I hope you're ready to die. Gogeta began to give him a shrapnel of blows that Dark Vegito was not able to see anything. That's right, Dark Vegito knew that his death was approaching.
Please forgive my life. You will not know much about me in this multiverse, and I swear,
I can't do that. You've done too much damage to everyone in this multiverse and other multiverses. I can't leave you alive. Receive this, Heavenly Punisher of Souls. Dark Vegito began to disintegrate when said attack made contact with him. Gogeta would detransform since his entire body was in pieces by not mastering all that power. The Queen of Everything Nemesis and Whis would approach him to help him recover his energies.
How did you get such power?
When Goku and Vegeta merge, the power I get is incredible.
You really should be called the Saiyan gods.
After a certain time, Gogeta would be defused, returning Goku and Vegeta.
I want to train with you to become the three much more powerful.
What no one knew is that a being of much greater power than the 6 kings altogether was watching them.
So, those 2 Saiyans are the saviors of that multiverse. How interesting. Let's see what he does with this.
Said being spread a large amount of negative energy through the 6 multiverses. That's right. Each being of each multiverse was prey to incredible negative energy. The most affected were the kings of everything. However, when said negative energy was reaching the multiverse 4, that it was of the Nemesis, Goku and Vegeta realized, being able to neutralize said power, making Nemesis not be affected. For all the other multiverses, the kings of everything had a mission and objective of assassinating Son Goku and Vegeta, since they saw them as a potential threat.
Damn, this power is from the King of Slaughter. I must do something before he completely dominates me.
Savitar would communicate telepathically with Goku and Vegeta.
Goku, Vegeta,
the King of Slaughter had released his negative energy throughout the universe. Every being has...
What's wrong, Savitar-sama? What happened?
At that time, the calm heart of Savitar had come from absolute evil.
I will kill you damn monkeys! They don't know who they're messing with. Each king of the whole has enough power to tear them to pieces. Get ready.
Goku and Vegeta were surprised to realize the sudden change that the King of Everything Savitar had with them.
What the hell? Who the hell is the King of Slaughter?
I don't know, Kakarot, but what I'm sure of is that we must become very powerful. Because if that thing is capable of controlling the King of Everything, his power must be immense.
What happened, Goku? Vegeta? All good? Do you remember the negative energy from a few days ago? Because said energy has been responsible for the King of Everything being filled with incredible dark power, wanting to kill me and Vegeta.
Nemesis would be a bit surprised by everything said by Goku, where she would gather all the designs of the destruction together with her angels.
I have gathered you here today so that you are prepared, because a large-scale dark energy is approaching us, and we do not know its origin. That's right. Now the enemy is much more powerful than even Dark Goku and Dark Vegeta, being able to eliminate them with a single click if he wishes.
All the gods were surprised, because these with their maximum powers were not rivals for Dark Goku or Vegeta. They would all return to their multiverses. However, they were all very worried about what was going to happen.
Vegeta, we must become even more powerful. We must break the Super Saiyan Silver barrier and exceed the level of a King of Everything.
Goku and Vegeta would start with a new training together with the Queen of Everything Nemesis. All of these were waiting to break all their limits. However, from a dimension from the Kingdom of Everything, a powerful tremor would feel the dimension. The dimension would have broken.
Whose majestic power is it? I can't believe it has gotten incredible power.
The power of that guy is something that even Gogeta couldn't do anything against him. Damn it. Now who the hell is it?
The entire palace began to shake, where an incredible power pressure would be present.
Don't you remember me, little sister?
That voice, is it you, Shiro?
Goku would be surprised because of what the subject said amid a surprising murder as Sora.
What? That brother of the Queen of Everything Nemesis?
I'm surprised you're with these 2 Saiyan men. From what I remember, you're the queen who hated men.
I don't remember what you're talking about. I came to this multiverse about 50 years ago because of a wish.
I see. That's why you have that pathetic power. You're not the Nemesis I remember.
I don't know what you're doing in this place, but if it's just to make fun of us, you can leave.
Don't talk nonsense, Nemesis. I haven't seen you for millions of years. Of course I won't leave. Besides, I want you to awaken your true power and accept for once and for all the demonic blood that runs through your being.
Now I remember. We are the Yagami family, the gifted demons.
That's right, little sister. and you always decided to turn your back on us and reject your blood.
I'm not interested. That power's disgusting.
If you manage to control it, of course it's not. Then look at me.
I will train with you, and if I change my mind, I will. Goku would get into the conversation.
Will you also train with us?
Ha ha ha! I see that you have enough guts to go towards me with that naturalness. Shiro would begin to spread his power throughout the kingdom of everything, where he would leave Goku and Vegeta motionless.
What the hell? I can't move!
The pressure this guy exerts is incredible!
Hell, Kakarot, you never measure your words. Now because of you, we're in even bigger trouble.
Goku would create a small sphere of ki to cut himself and be able to move freely. Vegeta, when observing what Goku had done, would do the same.
Wow, so you defeated fear with pain. This seems very interesting to me. Tomorrow, I'll train only with you two Saiyans.
Weren't you going to train with me?
I've changed my mind. I'm only going to train with this pair of Saiyans. I'll make them suffer in life.
No, you want to kill them!
I have always wanted to comply with your whims, and I listen to you for being my little sister. But this time, it will not be like that. I'll train with these Saiyans, and it's the last word.
Shiro would leave through the portal of the Kingdom of Everything, returning to his dimension. This would be said.
It's correct. We are the prodigal demons, but against the renegade gods we cannot do anything. Wait a little longer, Mom. I swear, I'll save you and annihilate all that damned in that universe.
Returning to the Kingdom of Everything, the Queen of Everything Nemesis was a little scared because she had now never seen her brother Shiro like this.
Is Nemesis-sama alright?
What are you up to, Shiro? You've never been like this.
We'll be able to train with that subject of great power. I can't believe it. We'll become extremely powerful. That's right, Kakarot. If only his pressure was able to almost kill us. Can't believe if we train together with that guy.
No, you mustn't leave this place. If you stay tomorrow, it'll be your death. My brother has never behaved like that. I don't know what happens to him.
Don't worry, Nemesis. Maybe he just wants to increase his powers like us.
Goku and Vegeta would not give so much importance to the matter. Meanwhile, in a very distant place, to be more exact, in Multiverse 5, was the King of Everything Savitar, who was the most corrupt since he had taken affection for Goku and Vegeta, making all that affection turn into hatred and thirst for revenge.
I can't wait any longer. I have to exterminate those damn Saiyans.
Savitar was preparing to end the lives of both Saiyans. Returning to the Multiverse 4, they were already all in the Kingdom of Everything, and as the day passed, Shiro would arrive again.
I hope you have rested well, because from today your torture begins. We're ready for any training. Okay, so I want you to raise all your power to the maximum and fight against me. Are you sure he wants us to attack him at the same time? That's right. They won't be able to do anything against me. I'll only use one arm. Do not underestimate us, damned insect. Make sure you regret your words.
Goku and Vegeta began to increase their powers in a surprising way. The whole kingdom trembled from the power that both Saiyans gave off.
It's correct. The power of these warriors is not normal, and in one of them I could feel the essence of a king of everything.
Both Saiyans passed the Super Saiyan Silver, launching the attack, but what Shiro had said was true, since he was fighting with both warriors with only one arm.
This is impossible! How can he stop both of us with one arm? This is a damn joke. This power of this being is incredible. I can't believe it. What happened? What was the most powerful beings in this universe?
Goku and Vegeta would continue to attack, however, without warning, both Saiyans received an infinity of blows that they did not know where they had come from. Shiro showed a bit of his incredible speed. It's incredible! I can't see anything! I don't know what the hell's happening. At that moment, she could see how both Saiyans fell, creating a huge crater.
I was able to measure his maximum powers. It's not bad at all, Shiro would say to himself. They must increase their powers much more since those gods have a power similar to mine, or even the power of some of them is much more powerful. You have amazing power. Training with you will become much more powerful. That's right, but you won't train with that power. Receive this power, prison.
A sphere came out of Shiro's palm, colliding with Goku and Vegeta. His power had been 90% sealed.
What the hell? How do you want us to train if now we can't even move?
It's my training method. You'll thank me later. First, you must master all your base power.
Shiro began to teach them. What they did not know was that a powerful warrior was rapidly approaching this entire multiverse. A few days had already passed where Shiro was a little irritated. It'd be said,
training out of here will be much longer. It'll be better to train in the demonic room.
Shiro, with the change of place, would take Goku and Vegeta to said room. That's right, both Saiyans fell to the ground when they entered, not having the power.
Here we'll continue the training. Inside of this dimension, only 2 days have passed, while 40 years have passed inside here.
The Saiyans were surprised. The difference in time was brutal. They began to train in a very efficient way since their power was overflowing. At that moment, both had reached incredible power. When they were about to leave said place, Shiro would return them to see with a smile.
They have become very powerful. It's time to give them something back.
Power prison release! The power of both that sealed them returned, but it was different, since they felt how all their key veins were going to explode from so much power until they managed to dominate it.
I sealed 90% of all their power, so that they raise all that power again, since being so powerful their Zenkais were no longer so incredible. And now when they gave them back their power, this is the result.
Both Saiyans were exploding with power. These would come out of the demonic dimension. The three would feel like a warrior was about to reach the kingdom of everything.
I recognize that key as the king of everything, the Multiverse 5 Savitar. That's right, Insect. But do you remember that an evil energy had infected him?
That's right, since the key that it gives off is pure evil.
The three warriors would change places in the kingdom altogether. After a few hours, the subject would arrive screaming,
Goku and Vegeta, today will be the day of your death!
Savitar would charge a large lightning attack by launching it at him. However, at that moment, Goku would stop that attack.
I know that you're not the Savitar that saved our lives, so the only way is death.
That's right, and it was the worst mistake that day. I should have let them die, damn Saiyans.
I swear we'll look for the person responsible for this and annihilate him. Don't worry, Savitar.
Goku had pierced the chest with a powerful blow, making the king completely perish. Or that was what he thought. Since he tried to move his arm from Savitar's body, he could not.
But what the hell's going on? Why can't I get my arm out of his body?
The body of the king of everything, Savitar, was disappearing. Even from that, Vegeta flew at maximum speed to try to save Kakarot. But at that moment, the three teleported.
Damn, I can't believe it. If it's not for one reason, it's for another, but those Saiyans always get into trouble.
Shiro began to fly at an incredible speed throughout the multiverse to try to feel the key of Goku and Vegeta. Meanwhile, in a very dark place, a voice would rumble.
So, they have fallen into my trap. I can finally keep the powers of the Omega Saiyan gods.
Who are you? And what are you talking about?
That doesn't interest you. Only that today will be your death. Or rather, you should feel lucky, since you will always live in me.
Don't say stupid.
Vegeta was not able to finish that sentence because Sakurai suddenly went through him with an attack. But this attack was special. That's right, it was to extract the soul and power of its carrier. Goku went to Super Saiyan Phase 4 Heavenly. Both Super Saiyans were training merged to recover their tails, and with this new transformation, Goku launched the attack. But his power was still not enough to face that guy, who was having a strong blow almost knock him out of combat. When this being finished absorbing all the power of Vegeta, he would have launched the same technique at Goku, who used the Kaioken increased 200 times, making Shiro feel his power. Shiro would use the dimension change, arriving in the second, and with his demonic eye, he was able to observe the technique in detail. He let it absorb Goku.
Now, if I have seized the supreme power, no one will be a match for me.
However, Shiro would throw a powerful blow at him.
Who are you? Why did you absorb both Saiyans? I'm the king of slaughter, the great Sakurai, and seeing your great power, I will absorb it.
Shiro wanted him to use the same technique to get the power of Goku and Vegeta. Sakurai fell into his trap.
Spiritual debator!
Shiro at that moment would scream, leaving Sakurai surprised.
Spiritual devorator!
Both attacks were colliding, and no clear winner could be seen. What will happen next? Find out in the next chapter. Well guys, this is all for today's chapter. I hope you liked it and it was to your liking. Now don't forget to leave your powerful like Supreme God level, comment and subscribe. Now without further ado, see you in a new video. Until next time.